Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 2023 full moon, supermoon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the YouTube algorithm know that you appreciate this channel, appreciate this content, and gets it seen by more people. So, thank you. Thank you so much. I wouldn't be here without you guys. So, you all are absolutely amazing. There's no words. There's no words for how wonderful you guys are. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this Capricorn supermoon. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the Three of Wands reversed. Okay, so what spirit is showing me here is that not only are doors closing, all right, but there's a sense of like, there are paths that we thought we were going to take. There are certain ways that we thought things were going to move forward. And Spirit is really saying here, it's not going to be that way. And there needs to be a release of the idea that we had. It's not the reality. It's the idea that we had. Like, oh, my life is going to be like this. Or, oh, things are going to be like this. Or, oh, it's going to be like this. And we had that kind of worked out in our mind. And Spirit is saying here, it's almost like with the voice of three, it will be different. And what that means for me, and what I'm seeing here, it's like in Celtic mythology, Bridget spoke, when you said something three times. So she could speak with a voice repeated three times. That gave it power, that gave it purpose, that meant that it was sacred. And there's three is a sacred number in throughout all the mythos. So here, and the religions today. So here, there is something where we thought it was going to be a different way, but divinity is saying, trust me, it's moving forward. It's going to be moving forward, but not in the way that you expected. And we're having a bit of a difficult time trusting in that, in saying, oh, okay, I'm supposed to like pivot. It's like, okay, and I'm just going to take all my dreams and all what I thought and now walk a different path. And Spirit's like, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for finally listening. It's a lot. It's a lot. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And here we have inspire. We need to be inspired. I mean, this is inspired reverse. We need to be inspired. We're just not. We're not. We can feel drained. We can feel overwhelmed. But we need to start connecting with what inspires us, with the beauty for us, that moves us forward, that's just like, it takes our breath away. And we can also be being told, okay, here, Gemini, and this is going to be true for a lot of us, that, oh, you're so easily like, oh, you think everything's so pretty, or oh, you're so easily like pleased. And it's said in a way that makes us feel less than. And Spirit's like, why the heck should you feel less than? Take that inspiration back. Like, take that air of being inspired and of wonderment of this world. Take it back. Take it back. Claim it. Claim it again. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. We're waking up. Okay. So we have a Capricorn supermoon, and we are in Cancer time period, sunwise. So a supermoon, which is much closer to the Earth, it increases the power of the moon. So we're going to just be feeling it a lot more. And this brings things into light. It just brings things into focus that weren't in focus. And it's really asking us what's not for our greater good. And we're going to be calling out ourselves. We're going to be calling out certain situations, certain ideas, illusions that had led us forward, not for our greater good. 3 are going to be the main ones. There are going to be 3. We're looking at our dreams and we're looking at what we desire. And that's going to be very important. Now, the sun in Cancer and the moon in Capricorn, they're going to be bringing our inner selves and our outer selves into sharp relief. Okay. Cancer is all about the inner self. Cancer sun is our inner world, our nurturing, intuition for ourselves and for others. It's our inner world. Capricorn is our outer world, right? And it's our outer success. So this moon is pulling us towards looking at our outer success. And a full moon in Capricorn, a super moon in Capricorn at that, has us longing for outward recognition. We're going to take things that could be slight disapproval. All of a sudden, it's huge in our mind. Spirit's saying it's huger and huger and huger. And it's like, okay, it's huge in our mind. So we're looking for outward recognition and outward approval. That's a big thing with this moon. Self-doubt and underestimating ourselves is also huge. Because we care so much what others think, we feel ignored and we feel overlooked by the world. We just do. We feel small. We feel like children. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. To be able to learn, to be able to connect, to have a child's wonder is beautiful. But for one reason or another, we're seeing ourselves as ignorant. We're seeing ourselves as not as much as other people. And stop comparing yourself to everybody else. This supermoon wants us to approve of ourselves first and foremost. Above all and everything else, love you, connect with you. Capricorn is strongly linked with manifestation. And this helps us build towards long-term goals. But we can find that we're questioning. We're questioning our long-term goals, or we might not know what our long-term goals are. We can also be questioning our ability to manifest. But what we're going to be seeing here is a lot of blockages that we have within our body, energetically, spiritually, personally. Those are going to be coming to the forefront during this moon. The sun is trine Saturn, which enhances the supermoon because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And this is going to be a time where we like rules, we like structure, we want to know, how it is supposed to be laid out. Kind of like a blueprint. We want the instruction. We would like the instruction book for life to come. And why I laugh is because Spirit is saying it's not there. It's not there. We learn through making mistakes. Like kids, they learn through making mistakes. We have to accept that with ourselves. The moon is trine Jupiter. That amplifies. Jupiter amplifies. And so here, this has us building our long-term goals. It heightens our, internal vision for what we want and what we desire and what we're longing for in our life, and also our faith. Whatever faith means to you, however it manifests in your existence, it's being heightened during this time. Jupiter leads us towards greatness. This moon is also calling us to be a little bit more structured, a little bit more organized. But remember, Cancer and Capricorn, they're sister signs. They bring out the best and they bring out the worst in each other. And this can be a time where the best and the worst of us are brought forward. It's either we're a super organized person or we're a super nurturing person. We're going to tend to be in the extremes because we're the twins. One part of us, and actually, wow, okay, I'm just actually blown away with what Spirit just showed me. The twins, one is the spiritual and one is the earthly. Capricorn is connected and linked to this earthly world. I want to say more powerfully than almost any other sign. Cancer is spiritual. And so during this time, we need to connect with the in between. We need to have the twins. We need to have the essences of us come forward. That is found in the divine, in the universe, in the connection with the energy of life and being. Pluto is squared the nodal axis, which is the north and the south lunar nodes, and will be until November. And this dares us to break free of old familiar patterns that aren't helping us anymore. We see that here with the Four of Pentacles reversed. Spirit is asking us, with Pluto squared the nodal axis, this has stars, the cosmos, asking us, can we be like the fool in the tarot? Can we leap forward to go after what we want and stop caring what everybody else thinks? The nodal axis also runs deeply within our soul and operates on a soul level. This means, and this is rare, our soul being called forward by the heavens this way, by the sky, by the universe. This is rare. So we're starting to really feel the fact that, stardust runs in our veins. It's not just poetry. It's science, but it's also our reality right now. The stars are leading us towards something greater. During this full moon, we are experiencing huge waves of photonic healing light. This increases the spin of our cells towards healing. All right. And our soul is weaving this in with our earthly bodies. It's the twins coming together. Okay. This can be almost like an out of body experience for a lot of Geminis, where all of a sudden our twins, the two parts of us that may always feel like they're pulling each other in separate directions, start to come together. And this heightens our creativity and our link with the divine. And it can be just absolutely mind-blowing. It really can be, Gemini. With the Seven of Cups reversed, there is a sense here that we've given up on our dreams. There is a sense here of being overwhelmed, of not knowing which way to look, of sitting there and feeling pulled in so many different directions that we're like, enough is enough. And that's what crowns all of this. This moon is having us be more focused, be more centered, linked to manifestation. So what are we focusing on, right? If we're focusing that I'm overwhelmed and I'm tired, because we're overwhelmed and we're tired, we will get feelings of overwhelm and we will get tiredness to come to us, even in the most brilliant of moments. With the Seven of Cups, there's a sense here of, what do you want? We tend to flits. I always describe us as butterflies. I myself am a Gemini too. And I would always get so annoyed where you would read the astrology, you would read people talking about Geminis or listening to people talking about Geminis. They're like flighty, unreliable, flighty, unreliable. And it's like, hey, that's rude, type of thing. Here, we have the butterflies. And there's a sense of us wanting to be so practical as to take away our dreams, as to take away the flitzing. Butterflies are beautiful. People are drawn to butterflies. Heck, if you want to go into part of a mythos with butterflies or a religious, symbolization, Joan of Arc was said to be surrounded by white butterflies before she went into battle. I mean, that's just cool. That's just cool right there. We have the butterflies coming forward as we connect with our dreams, as we connect with what we love and what we want. We can be pulling ourselves too thin. We want to do everything, and so we wind up doing nothing. Here, with the Seven of Cups reversed, it's giving us ourselves permission to be who we are. A taker in of knowledge, a person who, like a butterfly, goes from flower to flower, collecting the pollen, collecting the beauty, experiencing, seeing. If we look at The Last Unicorn, which is one of my favorite books and movies, butterflies were said to be, like dandelion puffs on the wind, collecting poetry and bits of music until they became part of the winds themselves. And I think that's terribly beautiful. And if it's supposed to be an insult, it's a great one. Here, let us be more mercurial, right? We're ruled by the planet Mercury. We're about gathering in knowledge, gathering understanding. So we take snippets from here and snippets of there, and we can talk like a bouncing ball going all over the place. But there's beauty to us. woven in with poetry. And we're figuring it out, just as everybody else is. For some reason or another, we're thinking that we're wrong. Okay, that's fine. Everybody thinks they're wrong at one point or another, and some people spend their whole lives thinking that they are wrong. Let yourself create. Let yourself be. Let the whimsy be a part of you. And stop forgetting your dreams. We locked our dreams away because they were too precious to be sullied by this earthly plane. And then we brought them forward and we tried to achieve them. And it was harder than we imagined. And then we thought, failure, not going to be able to do it. Spirit is saying, let me guide you. Your dreams may not manifest in the small way that you had to articulate them. It might be bigger. It might be different. It might be small, like not seen by the whole wide world type of thing. It might be small, but it might be a different path than the one that we were originally walking on. But the power of that dream, the power of the beauty within us, is leading us forward. We're having trouble sleeping, resting. You could be having headaches. Those are falling away. Okay, you kind of sleep so tight that your shoulders hurt, your head hurts, you wake up with migraines, headaches, type of thing. That's falling away. The armor is falling away. There's even a part of us that, like, the hibernation of that part of us that we're not connecting with, falling away. The snow is falling away. We're having trouble resting. But as we start to awaken, we're going to see that rest is so important to us. We're going to see we're guided in ways that we hadn't imagined. Dreams become important. We look at things and we're like, oh, it's like this and not that. It comes to us in daydreams. It comes to us in quiet moments. We're going to seek out those quiet moments, but we're going to feel really guilty for doing so. So just beware of that dichotomy, because it's not fair, but it is as it is. The Page of Swords. This is us. We're represented by the swords in the Minor Arcana. Spirit is right there with us, talking with us. White animals in Celtic mythology, Welsh mythology, they're part of the spirit world. They're connected with the spirit world. We're getting messages. It's something tangible. Here they're holding a scroll in their hands. It's something tangible. We're learning. We're discovering. We're fumbling. Why? Because we're learning. We have to know that this is a time where we are a student. We're learning the power of our voice. We're learning to connect with our throat chakra. All right? We're learning how to move forward, cutting through doubts and fears and negativities, hurts and pains. We're asking questions, which we're afraid of asking. And then we'll ask a question, and it might be taken wrong. And we're going to think, oh, I'm never going to ask that question again, or I'm never going to ask a question again. No, questions are like mother's milk to us, like the breath of life. We need them. And things are going to happen that make us think, oh, I'm not going to rock the boat or ask questions or dare be curious. And it's like, don't you dare. Don't you dare, Gemini. Don't you dare do that to yourself. This is a wondering phase. A wondering and exploring, a bit of an adventure phase. Take it. There's a lot that we're carrying. There's a lot that's moving us forward. But we're also releasing and becoming aware of major blockages. The blockage of the universal light just coming through us. The blockage of the soul star chakra and earth star chakra that connect us with the earth and that connect us with the universe. The heart chakra, the throat chakra, the solar plexus chakra, even the root chakra. Here, it's like, I'm just seeing a blockage here. That's so interesting because there's not a pentacle there. But I just saw this blockage. And it's like, there was a stopper in us. For some of us, we felt too much. And we felt that as children. If you've stumbled across this page, there's a high chance that you're empathic, psychic. There's a high chance that you're developing these spiritual abilities that people mock or laugh at or don't understand or are afraid of. And it was a lot, like feeling everything, connecting with everything was draining. We're going through an awakening. We're releasing. But the release of blockages that have been a part of us for a really long time, that can be painful. That can be overwhelming. That can make us feel sensitive or, a bit on edge. Be aware of that. But we're opening. Also, negativity that people poured in on us. You're not good enough because XYZ. Said to us from a young age. It took root. This is psychic negativity. This is spiritual negativity. We're releasing it. This is vampiric energy that drained us. And we're saying, you know what? No more. The Page of Pentacles. This full moon is in Capricorn. But this new moon that we are experiencing, new to us in this moment in time, it's going to have some tough lessons. Those tough lessons, we're going to need to digest them. It's going to take us time to take in what we're learning. We're going to want it to be instantaneous. I got this. I keep on moving forward. Bang, 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 bang. Like, just keep going, going, going. It needs to be slower. It needs to be more careful. We're going to be getting knowledge. And we can feel like, oh, it slips through my fingertips, right? I'm learning, but I'm not retaining. Slow down. Because once you slow down, you're going to tether yourself. There's a bit of a blockage around the root chakra, kind of like tailbone area, right? And this sense of, I'm not connecting, but I'm just needing this tie, needing this connection with the earth, needing this connection with ourselves at the very root of our being, of what we desire, of what we want, of what we're looking for. This is going to be a learning time, but we don't really want the lessons that are coming our way. We want things to be more easy or more straightforward. Actually, no, it's not more straightforward because the Capricorn time period, Spirit just said, it's going to be straightforward and blunt. We're just not going to like what we're hearing. And we're going to find it hard to take it all in at times. Go slow. We don't need to learn everything instantaneously. Go slow. And what we are learning during this time, we might need to repeat. Like if you're taking classes or lessons or anything like that, you'll need to go back and look at it again. And that's okay. But we're a student of our prosperity. And this moon is going to be teaching us a lot that we're like, my gosh, I'm already busy. Like I don't want to learn this. I already have enough on my plate. It brings us to our Luna message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. Okay. So what's really interesting here is that as we go after our dreams, meditate and contemplate, come forward. The new moon in Pisces, right? And then we have peace. We need to make time to meditate, to contemplate, to think, to discover, to dive deeper. Are we going to want to? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But we will find peace when we do. Remember, Pisces is the other duality in the tarot and in astrology, right? The two fish, like a yin and a yang. The twins, like a yin and a yang. Here, it's recognizing the spiritual self, the earthly self, and the divinity between them. Finding peace within us is going to lead us towards what we dream of, but different than what we had imagined. Because when we set forth on our dreams, right, when we start to say, this is what I want, usually when we're teenagers, or even when we're older, we have a limited vocabulary by what we've experienced, what we've seen, what we want. That's why so many people will say, I don't know what I deeply desire, because they haven't seen it. They don't know how to put words to it. I don't know my soul's purpose because I haven't seen it. I don't know. Here, it's connecting with our dreams by letting us connect with, it's kind of like our Akashic records, right? It's with divinity. It's with the essence of peace and the beauty of light. And that is the divine. And that's a tall order. People dedicate their whole lives to meditation, to, the sacrifice of the body to be able to obtain peace and see their dreams, see what they deeply desire within this life. And Spirit's saying, you can do that too. You don't have to give everything up, join a monastery, or anything like that. But meditate, contemplate, connect. Your mind is more than you realize, Gemini. Power. This full moon brings us power. As a lot of doubts and fears of the mind fall away, as we see the power of rest, we can find it difficult to rest. So just know if you're having that difficulty, if there's insomnia or, restless sleep, it can be, to see a doctor, right? But it can be astrologically linked. And it says here, your hard work is paying off. But remember, I'm not a doctor at all. But we don't feel like our hard work is paying off. But we're powered, energized by this moon. Insight is being given to us. And we have to realize that our hard work is paying off. We have to be able to relax, be able to rest. We're having difficulty connecting with the masculine aspect of the moon. Spirit just said, Google masculine aspect of the moon. What does a masculine moon mean? And then we have, what do you need to release? What are you holding onto, Gemini, that needs to be released? That needs to be just let go from your existence and yourself. It brings us to a place of growth. It brings us to this place at look at the bigger picture. We're growing, we're becoming. As we release vampiric energy, negativity, blockages, look at the bigger picture. Take aim at what you really want. And it's instead of the maybes or the sometimes or the instant gratification, because remember, Sagittarius energy is our sister sign. So we look at things in the right here, in the right now. That's where Gemini exists. Sagittarius is deeper knowledge, is going deeper than that. And it's like, what's the long-term goal? And as we're growing, as we're taking root, as we're looking at our roots and what we desire, look at the bigger picture. Look at what you need to take in. Like, look at it's what Spirit is showing me is that we're focused on little goals, a whole bunch of little goals, little goals. Spirit's saying, look at the big picture of what you want. And let it be bold, let it be beautiful, let it seem outrageous if it needs to be outrageous. And give it to divinity and say, how do I get this? How do I have what I'm envisioning come to me for my soul's journey, for my power, for my prosperity? It will come in ways that might not look like the pictures we cut out on a vision board. It might not look at like what we had imagined it would be. But there's power here. There's brilliance here. And the essence of your dream is going to ring through, like chime like a bell. Surrender. You and your loved ones are safe. Surrender to the power of this moon. Surrender to the power of your connection with the universe, with divinity, with grace and intellect, and what you want from life. It's time to surrender. We don't always have to be in charge, yet we feel like we always do. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Prince of Wands, recklessly charging forward, letting our tempers get the best of us. We could be afraid of our temper. We can kind of always keep our temper in check. And then it will be the one time we weren't, as retained. What is the word that I'm looking for? Constrained, as we usually are. We feel like, oh my gosh, everything just went wrong. Just be mindful about this. Be mindful of our tempers getting the best of us, or other people's passion getting the best of us, and be like, yes, that's exactly how it should be. Hot-headedness can be contagious, so just be aware of that. Our subconscious spirit message is celestial, connecting with the stars, connecting with the universe, connecting with this universal celestial energy. So important. We can think, oh, the stars don't mean anything to us. That's fine. We can think that. But they have a power. They have a powerful way of leading us forward. Our subconscious tarot message is the moon. Again, Pisces energy, spreading our wings, flying, looking at the duality of ourselves. This moon means more to us than we think it does. And subconsciously we feel its pull. We really do. And we feel its answers. There's going to be clarity that comes with it. for us. And if we have a Pisces in our lives, we might find that clarity comes for them too. But we connect. Okay, you can find that you have a very close connection with that person because of the duality of your spirit matches the duality of theirs, even though it's manifested differently in our worlds. Our subconscious tarot message, not tarot message, Luna message is don't let your past hold you back. Discernment reversed. We're not being as discerning as we should be. Say no to more things. Be discerning. It's okay to say, you know what, this energy, don't vibe with it. I'm trusting my gut. I'm trusting my instincts. Be more discerning. And don't let the past hold you back. The past is done. You can never go back to it. It's time to move forward in the present. And the future, that's completely unknown. It's time to stand right here and right now. All right. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this supermoon and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a wonderful supermoon. Bye.